What's up, Miss Patty? How you doing? Oh, I heard myself talking. I'm like, okay, hold on. I gotta something else playing in the background. Hold up. I was gonna say, what the hell going on? Uh, I haven't even been on X in a minute. So if y'all see me on X, man, um, I don't know how long I'll be here. I don't know. I just kind of got tired of X because the numbers will go a certain way and nobody ever really says anything. So I got to thinking, man, is this even real? What's going on X? Like the number, sometimes it'll be like 1,000, and I'm like, if it's 1,000 people watching it and nobody will make one comment, I don't know about that. It was just kind of funny to me. Oh, what's up, Miss Patty? Drop a super chat. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate it.
Color money.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I can't. Let me see if I can find this. I think that's it right there. Where did it go? Oh,
Oh boy! Yeah!
I got some more. I haven't even put them in the system yet. Miss Patty say, lemon character running, then kneeling on the floor, his arms wide open, and a slice of lemon appearing behind him. What that mean? What that mean? Am I lost? What- Oh man. She say lemon character running, then kneeling on the floor, his arms wide open, and a slice of lemon appearing behind it. She say, appreciate the super chat. Man, I appreciate that, man. Matter of fact, everybody, if y'all new, if y'all on X, if y'all see me anywhere else, man, y'all come to the YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel. I'm not too far away from 1,000 subscribers, man. Get 1,000 subscribers. I go ahead and start doing a little ad revenue thing and whatnot. So yeah, y'all come on over there. Y'all come on through. And yes, I do. I appreciate Miss Patty for the super chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. What I wanted to talk about was this Anton Daniels video I seen on YouTube the other day. It was the clip. He posted it actually. And him and Jazz, they had some words. But if you watch the show, then you know like this ain't nothing new. You know, they've done this before. But I've seen one, it was a while ago when they went off, but I've never seen him really go off like this. Maybe he has, but I've never seen him go off like this. And they had a panel and they watched the clip, and a woman, she was talking about how her husband goes to work and she doesn't mind him going to work, you know, and spending a lot of time at work. She kind of likes that. And I guess some women on the panel was like, nah, you need to make more time for your wife. You need to spend more time with your family. You can go ahead and put down the work sometime and speak and whatnot. Um, Hold on, I was reading a message. Yeah, so if y'all, I'm gonna play the clip. I'm gonna go through it and y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Also, make sure y'all answer the poll that's in the chat box up there. If y'all want to join the show, I also have that in the comment section as well. If you're on YouTube, if you're on X or Twitch, then you'll have to just just leave a message in the comments and I'll read it. And they say that you want to come up, and I'll do that.
And I think
No.
if I may chime in, I think that I would never tell my man to not go out there and get the money, but if you know you have a relationship, you have to consider the relationship and consider what it takes to keep that relationship healthy and thriving.
Nope.
Yeah, I think in the back of the man and the
Do what
man's
you
head,
need to
he's
do.
thinking. In the back
Hmm?
of the man's head, he's thinking, if I don't
Can I finish?
keep my. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, all I was saying is do what you need to do, but don't neglect your person in that relationship because I feel like that's what ends up happening, especially when you see these wealthy men get divorced by these women, and their gripe is, well, you didn't spend enough time, you didn't spend enough this and enough that. It's like those are probably the relationships where maybe that they
I think you can't have it both ways. If you get somebody who's, has a lot of money, then typically people who make a lot of money, it doesn't matter what field you're in. It could be sports, you could be an athlete, you could be a lawyer, you could be I don't know, running a school district, whatever that job is, you're gonna spend a lot of time away from home. So if he's going to have a lot of money, then more than likely he's not going to be at home as much as you would like for him to be. And I think that some women either come to that realization and accept it, and others don't. That's why you have so many women who get on online and complain. I want a guy who has a lot of money, but he doesn't spend a lot of time with him. And the dudes that spend a lot of time with you, they don't have a lot of money most of the time. So you can't have it both ways. You got to pick your poison when it comes to something like that. And I would think that most women would be more happy with him having more money and less time at home because, in my opinion, a lot of these women ain't faithful anyway. So God knows what they doing when he's not there. So it is what it is. There you go. That's a fact. These are women that don't have hobbies. That's why they act like that. Because if your husband is out making a lot of money and you got a hobby or you got something going on the side, it's not a big deal to you. You're not really worried about it because you know he's at work. He's not out fucking around, and you know he's gonna be home later. But in the meantime, you got something that's occupying your mind and whatnot. Because I know this from experience. I was with somebody and I was working and they wasn't working at all. They was just taking care of my daughter. And while I'm at work, what they say, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. She had all kind of shit going on. That's just the truth. And once I realized that, but I was a young guy then, I kind of figured it. But now I would never play that game. I would never in my life play that game with anybody ever again.
didn't find balance. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, like Carmen said, you ain't got to be up under me 24 hours a day. That's a problem if you are, but we still have to remember that we are two people in a relationship and we have to find time to cultivate our relationship while we are achieving those goals. I think that's okay.
No, I'm straight. You can leave if that's what you
Well, yeah,
want.
we know you all about yourself.
I
I
think
mean,
that
listen. I'm not.
What's
My
up,
one
Dark Kent?
rule. One of my rules is that one of my very few
Yeah, I gotta
couple
check it out. I'm
rules
gonna read it in a minute.
is I'll never stop anybody from leaving. Like this is my life. This is what my life is always has been. This is what it will be. It's not changing. You deciding to get into it don't mean that I'm gonna slow down for you. If you want to
Yeah.
jump along for the ride and you want to follow me along with whatever it is that I'm going for, then that's cool. And I don't have no problem with people that say, yeah, I want to chill, whatever. That's not my life, and I'm not doing that. And my priority has never been you. My priority has always been what I think that God
You.
wants me to do. And if you want to be along with that ride, then that's cool. But I'm not slowing down for no woman ever.
I think that's the best way to go about it. I swear to God. If you focus on what you gotta do, she can either ride with it or she don't. Most women can lie to themselves, but they would like to be led. And that sounds like somebody who's leading. And if you want to be led, then you're gonna follow. If you want to do whatever you want to do, then don't follow, and but you ain't gonna reap the benefits of what comes with that. So to me, it just seems like the natural order of things that a lot of people have just gotten away from, and they all want to do their own thing or think that things are supposed to go a certain way in a way that they shouldn't go, which isn't the natural order, and that's the reason why relationships are the way they are. But yeah, Dark Ken, I saw that video. I saw that video with him and that preaching at Bentley. That was crazy. And what he said, it just didn't even make any sense. and somebody asked him like, "Are you gonna drive?" He was like, "No." What did he say? He said something like, "No, that would be ungodly of me or something." But why did you buy the Bentley? But anyway, let's continue.
Yeah, I don't know if it's about slow it down. It's just like if there's a mutual agreement that we both are in this relationship, then it's up to both of us to cultivate that relationship while we're in pursuit. Now, the thing is, if you feel like you can't do anything else but pursue your goals and pursue your entrepreneurship and you have no time, then maybe not get in a relationship. Like, do what you need to do, but you can't. I think it'll be selfish to say, yeah, I'm in a relationship, but I'm going to totally neglect my girl or my woman
Not what he
because I'm in
said.
pursuit of the bag. It's like, then just stay single so you don't have
I didn't even say the bag. I just said my purpose. And
Exactly.
again,
somebody
listen, for
that's
whatever
into your
reason,
life. It's like, what's the point?
I don't know why y'all keep thinking that life is about y'all.
I
Like
didn't say that. I just said it should
neglect
be
you.
balanced in relationships.
What is neglect? Like, listen,
Neglect is you saying, like, I'm this is what I'm doing. I don't care about you. I don't care how you feel in this relationship. I don't care about us cultivating our relationship as a couple, date nights or whatever, anything outside of business when it comes to us connecting, if that's not important to you while you're on your journey as an entrepreneur, I just think it would probably be best to stay single unless you are intentional on finding balance. That's all.
no, I'm not interested in
We
balance.
know you're not, babe.
And again, that may be for other guys. That may be
Yeah,
for
if you
other
love
people.
if you love your person, you're gonna make sure that they don't feel neglected.
I
I
think
don't
sometimes we
I
focus on
don't give a
work
fuck about
balance
what you feel like.
and hide.
Honestly,
No, babe.
I don't
It's
give
all
a fuck
about
about like
Anton. Yes,
no,
the
yeah.
Anton for
Listen,
your
if that's what you want to say,
shoulder.
cool. But again, I don't force anybody to stay or go. I'm
Well,
just
yeah,
gonna do
that's
what
been
I'm going.
working for you for a while.
I'm not.
They
I'm
keep
gonna do
throwing
what I'm
shots
gonna
at it.
do.
You
And
see, and this is what she does on this show to anybody, any man, any male dissenting voice that comes on this show, including Anton, she gonna be hella hostile towards him. If y'all ever seen other people come on the show, like besides the typical same couple of guys that's on the panel, she gonna give him hell. I even seen her on that new guy, what's his name, Fatty. He be on YouTube and he does this panel thing. Man, she just tries to buck the system at any chance she can get. I think she's crazy. I think he's gonna prove a point. You'll see it in a minute. I ain't gonna say nothing.
and I think that other guys. God bless you. If that's what y'all want to do, if y'all want to spend some time cultivating a relationship, awesome. I think
You
that
should
that's
do
great.
that, and you don't think that's necessary?
Y'all should make TikToks together. Y'all should get one account and do dances together while you at
I,
it.
we
Y'all could
taking it
do
to the
all of that. Y'all
extreme.
could do all of that. God
Um,
bless y'all. But
we taking it to the extreme.
Anton saying, "Fuck my woman. I'm about this bag.
No,
We
Jazz.
we we taking it to the
Everybody love different.
extreme.
I'm
Like
making my woman happy."
there's nothing wrong with just taking a beat and just check in with the other. Just we taking it to the extreme, y'all. Like I'm not doing that. Just take a beat. That's
That's
all.
It's
their
okay to
thing.
check
That's
in.
how
You,
they
you
love. It's
That's
working,
it.
so let it be. And we can't define how he loves his wife and how she loves him. That's their thing. He's
Oh
good. They're
yeah,
happy.
maybe she don't like talking to him either.
No, I think they're good.
you say some of the wildest shit.
Jazz know what she's doing, man.
She say
I'm just
some of the
saying. No, I'm
wildest
just
shit.
saying. Like, I'm not. I don't know what's going on with their relationship. I'm just saying, like,
You be taking
whatever
shots hard, though.
whatever works for them works for
Stay
them.
taking
He said he
shots.
don't care how she feel. He don't do what that obviously has been working because he's
I
sustained for a
am
long time.
focused on what I'm focused on, and I love my purpose. And she loves the fact that I love my purpose, and
Yeah,
that's why she adore me.
I
Now,
love
for
that.
a lot of y'all basic chicks,
Mm.
and for y'all regular chicks that need a simp up under you to make you feel better about yourself and want to cultivate the relationship, I want to see how long that lasts because it's a lot of people that got a lot of things to say, but all of them is just in a relationship or they forever fiancés. Very, very rarely do I actually see anybody that can measure up and get the same results. So I'm just curious. Like,
Well,
it's
I
a
mean,
lot
you're
of
not
people
the
that say a
standard
lot
of
of
how
things.
everybody should live their
It's a
life.
lot of people that say a lot of things, but I want to see y'all get the ring first, and then we can start
Mm.
talking.
You hear him take that shot? She need to get the ring first before she do all that talking. And you absolutely right, Tim. If Anton didn't have a black wife, they would definitely treat him even worse. That's a fact. You know, if he had a white wife or any other race, they would be invalidating everything that he said, and it would be like, "Well, you have a white wife, or you married to a Latino, or you married to an Asian." They would just keep throwing it back in his face at all points. But even we know that's bullshit because you hear black women talk about men of other races all the time and how they treat them a certain way and how they would love to be with them because they treat their women better and they provide for them in different ways that a black man can. We hear all the same bullshit all the time.
Well, we were just talking about, having balance in a relationship. It's not a competition.
I
Well, I
know
think
part of
there's
the,
a difference
but
between
part of the balance,
to
but
get
part of
what
the
it is.
balance is getting in the race.
Can I say something?
In a race with who, nigga?
Y'all
Ain't
got to
nobody
get
trying
to you got to get to
you're
the
not
race
you're not the
first.
standard of how everybody should live. You know what I mean?
I didn't
So,
say I was. I just want to be able
who
to
needs to
measure
be
it
in
against.
competition with
I
you,
want to
bro?
measure it against somebody that's actually getting the
But we're not
result.
measuring each other. We're just having a conversation about finding balance in a
No, you had
relationship.
a conversation about what.
Oh, you met them both, Miss Patty? Where'd you meet them at? You met them at an event or some like a sporting event? Because I heard he goes to like a lot of Detroit games, basketball games, and stuff like that. Or was it in DC? Because don't you live in DC? I think she does.
You thought my relationship was like. And so in response,
No, because
I'm
you said
saying
I
that
don't
I'm
care how she
curious.
feels, and I was like, that may work because she probably feels the same way. You don't want to talk to
Right.
her. She
And
probably,
I'm
These
and
she
I'm
probably don't want to
assuming
talk to
that
you either.
your guy probably feel the same way as you, and that's why you don't have a ring yet.
Oh,
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Has everything to do with everything.
It doesn't.
Oh
It
shit!
absolutely
What does that have
does.
to do
very
with
much, Tim.
anything?
It has everything to do
We're not
with it
talking
because what
about
I'm asking
marriages.
is
It's a few good
We're
ones
if
on the
it
talking
panel,
works
though.
about
so well for
No, it's
if
definitely a few
your
good ones
way
on.
it's not
works,
about working
then how
well.
come
We're
it
just
doesn't work?
saying
It's basically
you're the one who's
jazz.
saying that fuck how she feel. I don't care. I'm not gonna
Facts,
stop. I'm not gonna
facts,
stop what I'm doing for my woman.
facts.
And I'm like, maybe that works for you because she feel the same way. Now you talking about me having a ring? The fuck does that have to do with anything?
The
I'm just
fuck it
saying
has to do
if
with
you like your
everything
person,
because
if you like your person, you're
wanted
gonna
to pile on, and so now I'm asking, since you
trigger,
know
babe.
what all of your recommendations,
I don't have no recommendations.
how
I
come
just
it
said
hasn't
find balance.
translated? How come it hasn't translated into a ring?
That's my business. I don't know.
I know
That's
you
not
don't
even what
know.
we're talking
I
about
mean,
right now.
oh, it's exactly what we talking about.
We're
And
not.
so,
We're talking about
but
finding balance, and you're trying to make it personal. And so what?
He's definitely trying to make it personal because he is somebody who's married and the topic that they're discussing pertains to him and she's not married. She isn't in that type of relationship. So she doesn't know. She has a perception of what she thinks and how it should go, but she doesn't even know because she's not in that relationship, which is the same reason why some people who are in marriages don't like to hear people who aren't married talk about how to get married or what you should do in a marriage and people who give relationship advice who aren't in relationships, people who opposed to people who have kids don't want people speaking on that when they don't have kids. It's the same thing. This is what he's talking about. Like you can have an opinion on some of this stuff, but her stances on some things are just so strong and wrong. Eh, she she just be combative when it comes to a lot of this shit. Tim say Jason don't understand that she's just being used for pleasure. Jazz doesn't understand that she's just being used for pleasure by men. Yeah, she's one of these women. She's one of these women, which is the reason why she doesn't have a ring. She thinks because she may look cute or whatever, but if nobody's wifing you and you just get knocked down, that should tell you everything you need to know. Because as a woman, it's not hard to get no dick. It's harder to get a ring. Like, and I feel like they have every opportunity to get a ring from a certain type of guy. But if you're out here just slanging cootie cat everywhere, then everybody's just gonna take the cootie cat. Nobody gonna take you seriously. If you're just gonna give it up, then what's the point of me trying to put a ring on it? Because if I really wanted the cootie cat and to keep the cootie cat, then you should really make me work for it. But since you're not making me work for it, then I know you're not worth my time and you're not worth that.
If I'm not married yet,
You
Anton,
made it personal. Now you don't want to have a conversation. See,
what
listen.
you the one who said you don't care about. You the one who just sat up there and said you don't care about finding balance in your relationship. You don't give a fuck. These were your words, sir. I just repeated them back to you.
No, you didn't. You
now
added
you want to
little,
take a
you
shot at
added
so
some
what? I'm not
sauce
married.
on it. You added
So
some
what?
sauce on it.
So what? When are y'all gonna find a better comeback? Like, you're not married yet. You're not married yet. Like, so
Can I ask a question? Anton, can I ask
No,
something
you
else?
can't. No, you can't. No. Give me a second. No
You the one who
question.
said you don't like nourishing or cultivating your relationship. And I said that must work for you.
You see the chick down here on the bottom right? Everybody else on the bottom like, oh shit, it's going down. Carmen, the one in the middle next to Anton, she looked like, oh shit. But the one down here on the bottom right, she eating and shit, her eyes big. She like, oh shit.
Because you've been married for so long. It may work for her as well. You don't like talking to her, she probably don't like talking to you either.
See,
now you
that's
want
the
to take
sauce.
shots at
But
me?
see, that's the sauce that you put on there.
So
because
what?
you like to throw rocks and hold your hand and hide your hands.
Oh,
exactly. See, I don't like women like that. See, they like to take shots at you, say slick shit to you all day, you know. But then when you snap, it's like you wrong. That's a shaming tactic that a lot of women use. This is a lot of women these days. They feel like, oh, I can say everything that I want to say to a man. I can even tell a man how to be a man, but he better not tell me how to be a woman. He better not tell me how to conduct myself. He better not tell me how to live my life or what type of lifestyle I should lead. But I'm gonna be able to tell him how he should dress, what he should look, how much money he should make, what he needs to do. But he doesn't have that same right to do that to me. And that's how they live. And that's the fantasy land that a lot of them live in right now. Miss Patty say, Kevin Samuels used to say women has access to sex while men access to marriage. Yep, he sure did. He sure did. He sure did. Because it's easy. If a woman wants to have sex, it's not hard for her to get sex. If she wants sex right now, it's not hard for her to get sex. If she wants somebody, she could easily just go down to the store, walk around for a little bit, wait for somebody to holler at her. Or if she's bold enough, she'll just go up to a dude and throw hints at him and lead him on and get him to come back to the house, whatever it is that she wants to do. But she cannot make a man get married to her. Which, you know, when women get to a point in a relationship where they almost start begging a man, when are we going to get married? When are we going to get married? You should know if you got to do that, you're not finna get married. Because if he was going to marry you, you wouldn't even have to think about it. That's a no-brainer when it comes to a man. Most of the time, most guys know who you want to get married to probably within a month or so, if you really like her that much. It just depends on like what are the things that you're gonna put her through just to see if she's the one. You know, you're not gonna tell her that, yeah, okay, I really like her, I would marry her. I'm gonna see if she's gonna hang around. I'm gonna see how she's gonna react in these different types of situations. But yeah, men control marriage, women control sex.
But see,
that wasn't a shot. You said that you don't like talking to her.
Stop being so easily offended when the gun
That's
is pointed
you.
back at you. If you could say
not
some,
offended.
if you want to throw some extra sauce on it, and that's cool. I'm not tripping about it. All I'm saying is, I would like to see you get some sauce at all.
Okay, then that's your opinion, babe.
Because he fucking on you without no kind of commitment at all.
I know.
What else? At least my chick, she get the benefits, she get all of that stuff.
Your wife?
No, my chick. My chick. Okay. I say whatever.
I thought wife was higher than a chick, but hey.
But you, on the other hand, you giving the sauce up for free and no kind of commitment, no ring, no respect for your parents. He ain't decided to honor you.
You're so honorable.
You're gonna learn today. Mm-hmm. He get all of the pussy and no kind of responsibility for you whatsoever. And
Okay.
you got the nerve to sit here and talk about somebody in a relationship? We
Anton, we
grown.
were talking about balance. You said fuck balance, and I said that may work for you. And now you're talking about me being married or not. Who gives a fuck? Why are you
I
so
care.
invested?
I care
Why are you
because
so invested whether
I
or not
would
I get
like to
married or not? You
also.
got the sauce. You stay married over there and not find balance. And let's continue the conversation.
No,
Who
I would
cares?
like to know.
I'm not
I would
married.
like to.
Once again, speaking out the side of her neck. How she know this man don't got balance? He got money. She hasn't left. And he got his wife/chick. See, a smart woman knows I like a man with resources. I like a man that's going to be there for me. She just got a man who just there to dick her down. He may or may not be there for her. He may decide to just slip out one day and go knock down some other chicks. He may be lying about the shit he got going on just so he can get away from her. See, his girl actually knows, but he out making money. He making money as we speak. Your man ain't. You online being combative with men and you don't even got a ring. But you supposedly be on her giving up relationship advice as a woman. And you not in one.
For
I
what?
would like to know, and you don't have to answer the question. You're not. You're just gonna get mad about it.
I
Why
don't
do
really.
you? Why do you give up pussy for free?
I'm not here to talk about my vagina to you, nigga.
Why do you give up box for free? Then?
Why are you asking me inappropriate ass questions?
It's not inappropriate.
It is. Why are you
wondering.
talking about? Why are you talking to me about my vagina and what I do with it, married man?
I'm asking a question.
I think
Why do
it's
you give up free
inappropriate.
box? Why do you
I
give up
think it's
free box?
inappropriate to my relationship to even have this discourse. So I'll let you have it, bro.
Well, then you better be careful how you talk to people.
Careful for who? You?
Careful how you talk
You're
to people.
you're or what, nigga? Oh my God, you really?
You heard how she slipped that nigga in there? That's how you know she was mad. That's how you know she was mad. He struck a nerve right there. She said nigga at the end. Tim say she has no respect for a black man unless he piping her down or paying her bills. I bet you she don't talk to her white boss like that. Man, you know men got a problem with that. Men talk about that all the time. Women go to work and do whatever they boss tell them to do. Tell them how to dress. Tell them what to every little thing that man at work wants them to do. That white man, they be tap dancing for him. They come home and talk shit about white people, and then talk shit to you, and don't want to obey you. Don't want to listen to what you got to say. Don't want to do the little things that your husband or your boyfriend is asking you to do. You can't even do that. But you'll go to work and get this man all your time and abide by every rule he has and grit your teeth. But you'll come home and you won't grit your teeth. You'll just get this man hell all day. It's the strangest dynamic. Dark Ken said, "What's wrong with a woman who just keep D on standby and doesn't want to get married?" You say, "What's wrong with that?" I think it's a lot wrong with that. She's a nut job. She's a nut. If she just got D on standby and doesn't want to get married, that ain't a woman. That's a 304. That's a 304. And she'll never go anywhere like that. That's not a woman's purpose, is to keep D on standby. Maybe I misinterpreted what you're saying right there, but just reading, it's just like I get it.
Never mind. Let's continue.
Why you so offended? Why you in your
I'm
emotions?
not. I'm just trying
I
to
thought
figure
we
out
was
what
having
your
a
purpose is
conversation.
right now, Anton.
I thought we was having a conversation.
We were, and you said fuck balance
Well,
and
you
fuck your
better
relationship.
listen,
And I said that
listen.
probably works for
If
her.
you
And
if
now you
you
trying to
don't
say
want to be
I'm not
talked
married.
to a
Okay, I'm not
certain
married.
way,
So what?
if you
And now
don't
you're
want to
talking
be
about me
talked to
about
a
my
certain
vagina.
way,
You're talking about me about my vagina, and I think it's weird.
if you don't want to be talked to a certain
And I
way,
think you should
then
stop.
don't talk to people a certain way.
I didn't talk to you about no. I didn't talk about what
You
you do with
did,
yours.
you did, you did. I'm
So don't talk
offended.
about what I do with mine.
I'm offended.
Well, grow a backbone, nigga.
See, now I gotta be a nigga, and then you wonder
Mm-hmm.
why I ask you why your coochie is dusty.
That's weird. Why are you even
when
talking to
you
women about their coochies?
no, it's not weird.
You're a married man talking to women about their coochies. That's not of God.
You shouldn't
That's
call
not
people a
Christian
nigga.
life.
Did I call you a nigga?
That's not husband life.
Did I call
You
you
gotta
a
hold on
nigga?
to the Lord's
Did I call
word.
you a nigga?
Yeah, because I call
You
it.
shouldn't be
Yeah, my
calling
nigga,
people
my
out of their
nigga, my
name
nigga,
if you don't want. All I'm
my
doing is
nigga, my nigga.
reciprocating energy at this point.
You said what?
I'm reciprocating energy. Stop calling people out of their name, and I won't do it to you.
And this is why, this is exactly why we kept bringing up God.
You
If
keep
you
talking about
show
my
me
coochie. You keep
respect,
taking
if you
shots at
show
me,
me
saying that I'm this
respect,
and I'm that, and now you
if
got a
you
big deal
show
about
me
saying nigga.
respect, I will
Boy,
show
stop.
you respect. I didn't disrespect you. I didn't call
I
you
didn't
out of your
disrespect you
name.
either because
I
I
didn't
said you
curse
probably
at
don't like
you.
talking to you
I
either.
didn't do
That's
any of that. And then
Stay in your lane.
when you start getting emotional, you think that you can do what you want to do because you just said you just a woman, so you can do what the fuck you want to do and get away with it.
You feel like
that ain't how it works over here.
So,
and you know better than that.
Can I say
what
something?
are we doing right now? I don't want to talk about
You're not a victim. You get.
That's it. That's what I meant to say earlier. You're not a victim. You're not a victim. That's when you start backing them into a corner after they didn't say all this fucked up shit to you. That's when they start playing the victim. Why is you saying this to me? So what is it any of your business? You done took shot after shot after shot after shot at me. Now I'm responding. Now you tucking your tail. And I shouldn't be saying that, and I'm wrong for doing that. Man, get the hell out of here. Yo, man says she doesn't want a husband because she can't be a partner. Being married requires partnership with common goals. Yeah, that's right. She doesn't want a husband because she can't be a partner. She got to learn how to be with somebody first before she gets that ring. But in the meantime, while she doing that, she's slanging cooch everywhere, hoping that somebody gonna marry her. And that's another problem that some women, they think by giving a man some cooch that's gonna tie him down, or a baby. That ain't gonna work either. You got to bring more to the table than that. You need a little bit of personality. You need to have some femininity about yourself. You can't just be out here reckless, talking, throwing cooch everywhere, and got a bad attitude and think you're gonna just lock somebody into something. It don't work like that. And just a fact, she can't even listen. Nobody wants to spend time with her, he says. She's just hateful. She's always hateful on that show. If anybody watches that show and sees her on that panel, anytime they have these discussions, which is a lot that pertains between black men and black women, she is very, very hateful. Very hateful. Anything that benefits a man once it gets to that point, she gonna shut it down. She always feels she's a feminist. She's definitely a feminist. I don't care what anybody says. She is a feminist, and I think she hates men. I just do. I even heard her on one show tried to make the equation like a lot of women that a woman can do anything a man can do, which is just false. That's not true. A woman can't do everything a man can do, just like it's things that women can do that men can't do, and that's okay. But for whatever reason, some women don't want to hear that shit. They only want to say things that benefit them, or they only want things, when it's in their favor to work for them. But when it's not in their favor, they hate it. They want to blow up the system. It's like they hate anything that deals with a man. Darkin says it seems some of these young women today not seeking the title of being a wife these days. Some are comfortable with just companionship or being alone with their success if they have it. Yeah. A lot of them like their careers over their men until they get to a certain age and then they realize, oh, I want a man. Just like anybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, most people don't want to be alone. That's why you got some people who eventually say, look, I'm just going to turn to another race because they don't want to be alone and they've been rejected. It is what it is. Hey, what's up, Chanel? How you been? How you been? Long time no see. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Appreciate that. But yeah, I ain't seen you in a while, Chanel. What's going on? I know Dark Ken. I know he miss you. He was crying on the show one day. I had to mute him. He was upset.
The
Stop trying to
energy
be a
that you put
victim,
out there.
Anton.
You getting the energy that you put out there. Be
Come on,
nice
y'all.
and
You
I'll
one
be
that got
nice to you.
upset, babe.
Be nice and I'll be nice to you.
Yeah,
Can I say something?
I'll be kind.
And I'll be kind back. But the minute
being
that you
nice.
go under, I'm gonna go lower.
Yeah.
What? How did? Okay, babe, you got it. You
Mhm.
win.
Thank you. I
W.
appreciate
Gold
you.
star for Anton. Wait, I
See,
think
you
I got a
always gotta
button
get
for you.
why you gotta get the last word?
Yeah.
Why you gotta
I'm
get the
trying to
last
give you a
word?
round of applause on my thing. Can you
Why
hear
you
me?
gotta get the last word?
You can't hear it.
Why
Oh,
we just can't have an amicable disagreement and move our way?
yeah, you want it to be amicable? Are you after you then
Or we
like
can go low.
this inappropriately talked
Listen,
about
this
my
ain't
private part?
even remotely as low as I can go. I've
We
really
know you
calmed
can go
down.
straight to hell. We know that.
Oh man, you don't know the old Anton. The old Anton was different.
I don't
This
know why you
Anton is
choosing this
cool. I'm
opportunity
calm.
to
I'm
do that.
collected. I'm chilling.
Okay, so
I ain't got on no black hoodie, nothing. I'm chilling.
Go chill.
No black Air Forces.
Like you
Nothing.
real
No,
uptight.
none of that. I'm chilling.
Yo,
Just a
y'all
little,
good, man. Y'all
just
doing
a
this
little
too
chin
much.
tap,
It's
just a
all
Talk
little
about
love.
warning.
why
It's
your
all
coochie
love.
so
Y'all, we
dusty.
good. Let's
Why your
move on,
coochie so
dog.
dusty. This nigga ain't
Okay,
had a
look
good
at
time
you.
back in high
You still
school.
talking.
That's right, Miss Patty. She say she tapping out. Yeah, she done had enough. She done had enough. Cause he ain't back down to nothing yet. Nothing that she said, he ain't back down now one time. He ate it. He took them shots. He was like Muhammad Ali doing the rope a dope. Like shit, I'm gonna take them shots, but you're gonna get tired in a minute. You're gonna get tired in a minute. And when you get tired, I'm gonna hit you with that knockout blow. I'm gonna take you out. That's funny. Tim say the only thing that will repair the black family is if women be kind and submissive and men be faithful. That's the truth. Men have to be faithful. But let's be real. The biology and the makeup of most men, it's not that they just not faithful. It's just, men have a tendency to try to procreate with multiple women. I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. And I'm not saying every man is like that because every man ain't like that. But I do understand the dynamics of men and women a lot more than I did when I was younger. Like me personally, me, I'm not that type of guy. Like, yes, I look at different women. Even if I was with somebody, I look at them and I'm like, damn, she fine. And, I would like to smash her. Even though I got somebody, yeah, I would like to smash her and smash her. But me personally, I wouldn't do it. That's just me. I've never been like that. I'm more of a guy who, I got something and I'm good with that. Like, as long as I'm getting it from you, trust me, I'm one of them dudes. You ain't got to worry about me going nowhere. It just, just treat me how I'm supposed to be treated, and we'll be good. That's just how I am. That's just how I am. Period. I see a couple of people that came in the chat, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, man. Make sure y'all like the video. Anybody who's new to the channel, y'all hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications. What's up, Gen X? What's going on, bro? How you doing? That's a fact, man. It is biblical. A lot of things are biblical. It's written down. It's, and it's. I mean, even if you're not a religious person or into the Bible, some of this stuff. Let's be real. It's just common sense. It's just nature. You know what I'm saying? It's just nature. I could have kids with tons of women throughout the year. If I want to have sex with a different woman every day and get them pregnant, I can do that. A woman, she can't do that. She can only have a baby once every 9 months. That's how we made up. That's not something I'm making up to make it seem like, yeah, men can do whatever they want to do. That's just how it is. Which is the reason why there are what's the stat, Dark Ken? Is so many more women than it is compared to men. That's why it's gonna always be like that. It's gonna always be way more women than men.
We agreed to go our separate ways
It's
with
funny, bro.
disagreements, and you still want to keep talking. Why?
What was the topic?
You can hear me?
We
I
was talking
forgot.
about balance in
They
a
said
relationship. Like if you
women want
pursuing
their men
somebody,
to be busy with work.
I was just saying like just it's important to find balance. And Anton was like, fuck that. And I was
Why
like,
are you still talking to me?
Let it
Why?
go. Let it go, man. Let's
oh,
get
I
back
was
to
just
the
Why?
topic.
I was recapping the conversation.
Okay, and then I called your coochie dusty, and I'm recapping the conversation too.
Dog, Anton.
You're weird.
Now I'm weird. I
Yeah,
asked
why you
you
keep
to
talking
leave
about my
me
vagina,
alone.
bro?
I asked you to leave me
Stop
alone.
talking about
You
my
gotta
vagina. It's
keep
weird.
going, and
Stop
then
talking
you
about my
want to be a victim.
vagina.
No.
Stop. Nasty. It's inappropriate.
You ain't say that to him. You disrespecting your parents,
My
Nine
walking
to
on
parents.
you in
one.
the
That's
What
middle
is
of the
it
real.
that you
night.
Nine
about
to
my
one.
parents?
Because a real man would make an honest woman out of you.
Okay.
No, since you want to talk about real men all night,
Okay.
but he hasn't made an honest woman out of you. He's made a Jezebel out of you. He's made a mockery of your parents. I did the right thing. I married before I decided that I wanted to have a child and everything. And you sitting up here talking greasy, and you ain't got a pot to, if anything was to ever happen to him, he ain't even got no policy on you. Like,
hey, I remember when I heard this at first, I was laughing because he was about to say, he was about to say, you don't even got a pot to piss in. That's old school right there. he said, you don't even got a pot to piss in. Now, see, if y'all know something, also, he knows these people a little bit outside of this show. He talks to them and things like that. Now, he probably, you know, she may not be living too well, and he knows that. And he took a shot. He took a shot at her when he said that. And she got quiet. She didn't even respond to that shit. Because he said it. He said, you don't even got a pot to piss in. Tim Taylor said, you would think sisters leading all the STD categories would demand marriage before having sex. You would think. You would think. Yeah, she doing the siren. Yeah. she want to wave the white flag. But she can't help herself because it's in her nature to be so combative that even though she's waving a white flag, she'll still say something slick in there, not realizing that she's doing it. And he's like, okay, you want to keep going. All right, cool. Fine by me. We can continue. We can continue.
he don't even have nothing to help you if anything was to ever happen to him. You don't get nothing. Nothing. You can't even be on his health coverage.
Nigga eating popcorn. Man, they crazy.
Gotta shut the fuck
He
up
got a
talking to me.
popcorn box.
Crazy.
You thought you ate? What that?
I did eat. I ain't even listen. I ain't even.
Why are you so
I
amped
could
up
really
right
go
now?
for the next
Relax.
hour.
Q, you can hear me?
It's so
Yeah,
unnecessary.
your mic's good
What
now.
you trying to prove, bro? Okay, I'm not married.
Say
Well, then
something.
leave
What
me the
else you
fuck
got?
alone, and I won't dig into you. Leave
Can
me
I-
Nobody,
alone.
okay, we let it go. We
Leave
get
me
it.
alone.
Big dog,
Come on,
we get it.
Listen, be careful though, because
For
you don't
what?
tell me how
Be
you
careful
can't.
or what? Are you
We
threatening
got
me?
freedom of speech over here, but it's not freedom
What?
from
Okay,
responses
so
and
let it
consequences.
go. I'm unmarried. Whoop-de-doo.
And a Jezebel.
That's your opinion.
No, that's the facts.
That's your opinion.
Can
And
I
he
say
hasn't
something?
made an honest
Y'all,
woman.
y'all gonna go all night.
I
Stop.
don't.
He did make a good point though. You have free speech in this country, but you're not free from consequences of the things that you say. That's a fact. You know, I mean, and that pertains to a lot of situations. You know, I gotta be real. You know, not saying he deserved it anything, but you know, even people like Charlie Kirk, like you saying certain things, you know, which some of the things that I agree with, but at the same time, it's like you really can't control the way people respond to situations. That's why you have to take precautions and understand some of the shit that you're saying, especially if you're somebody who's online or you someone who's in the public eye, even though you may say things that some people agree with and some people don't. You got to understand that people's responses are going to be the way that they respond. And that just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Gen X say they bust it down for a real one because that's her type. Yeah. Tim says Stephen A. Smith felt the black girl magic and apologized to Jasmine. He did? Don't say he did. Don't tell me he apologized to Jasmine Crockett. Don't say that. Say it ain't true. Gen X say, yeah, he folded like a cheap lawn. Damn. I don't even want to watch it. Oh my God.
Care. Like what like
It's unbecoming, y'all. Come on now.
Yeah,
No,
let's
no, 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 no,
let's
no, no,
have
no,
a
no,
Yo,
no.
relationship.
Sister Anthony, I
We
love
all
you,
see
bro.
what's happening here.
Let's get
We
back on
all
topic.
see what's happening here. And she is out of control. And the fact is, she
I'm
keep
out
on
of
throwing
control.
shots. And so if you want it to stop, it has to stop on her end.
Yeah, old girl at the end, nah, you can't play that game. I agree. You can't play that game. I agree with him. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Ain't no pulling back when you keep going like that. It just ain't no pulling back. You can't stop me. You can't stop me, man. You can't stop me. Enough is enough. Sometimes it gets to a point where it's like, nah, you're not gonna keep doing this. That ain't gonna fly. I'll let some of it slide, but it'll get to a point where it's like, okay, you gonna keep talking. Okay, we're gonna see how it go. Anybody else, man? Y'all got anything to say about that video? What y'all thought about that? Who was in the right? Was Anton in the right or was he in the wrong? Also, I put the poll up in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all answer that for me. Let me see. It was 6 people voted. 83% said no. 17% said yes. So somebody did say he was wrong for what he said about Jazz. Who said he was wrong for what he said about Jazz? I think I know who it was, but I mean, if y'all want to come up and talk to me about the video, I got the link in the chat box. Anybody. So whoever said that, I just wanted to see why you would think that he was wrong for what he said about Jazz. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I just want to know why. And if you thought he was right for what he said, if you want to come up also and speak to me about it, I want to hear your thoughts on that. Me personally, I don't think he said anything wrong. I think sometimes harsh things have to be said to some people because some people they never understand until you actually do things or you give them consequences. Which is the reason why you have to have consequences as a deterrent. You know, if you don't have a deterrent, then people they're just gonna keep doing what they're doing. Like for example, like the border stuff. If you don't have some type of deterrent, but let's just say you just say, well, we have a border policy, and but you never enforce any things pertaining to the border, then people just gonna be like, ah, fuck it, let's just keep crossing the border. We just, we just pack our stuff up and we'll just keep crossing over there. Nothing's gonna really happen. They have rules and laws, but they're not gonna do nothing. Come on, let's just go over there. But if you have deterrence or actual rules that you enforce, then things they'll stop and people they'll second guess themselves before they do stuff. You have to have those type of dynamics, especially in a relationship. If you don't have consequences for, if your wife does something wrong or if your husband does something wrong that you don't like, not saying like beat them up or something, but you got to have a certain type of consequence. Then they're never going to learn not to do that to you or how to treat you. Even I know that. Tim says Anton has to remember he is 10 to 20 years older than her and he might need to treat her a little differently. I hear you. But hell, he has more wisdom and he's actually in the type of relationship that they were speaking on. If you saw the beginning of the video and the type of shots and things that she was taking at him, I think she deserved it. I definitely think she deserved it. I kind of, in a sense, I feel like that is a little bit of a cop out to say that somebody is 10 to 20 years older than you, then you should know better. Well, I could flip that and say if somebody is 10 to 20 years older than you, then they have more wisdom and you should probably listen to them. Maybe they have more experience. Remember when you was a kid and your parents was telling you certain things about life that you thought was bullshit until you got older? And then you realize, it ain't bullshit. It's real. Like, this could really happen to me. It has happened to me. This is just like what my dad said. This is just like what my mom said. Gen X says, yeah, he was in the right. Also, check out that link I sent you. It's an old link of Anton going off on a loudmouth. You sent it to me in a text. Where'd you send it? Where'd you send it, Gen X? I could play it right now. Let me see. Is it in the chat? Did I miss it? I wonder if I missed it. I wonder if I missed it. I don't see it. I checked my my Twitter. Hold on. It may be in an old message. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Hold on. It's in the chat. Damn. Hold on. Let me scroll up. Oh, there you go. Okay. Let's check this out. Oh, let me keep pulling up the same. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to send it to myself. Okay, there you go. What did you say? It's illegal to publicly rebuke a sister on social media. Yeah, it is. It sure is. Oh, let me put it on the screen. Sorry about that. Let me go back to my other screen. Here we go.
And I don't see nothing wrong with a man listening to his woman to get some advice from her. It's not saying that you're not a man because you're not hearing your woman out or because a woman is telling you what to do. All of us came from a woman. So when I'm hearing Anton speak, which I'm not just keep trying to relate to him, he came from a woman as well. So it's like, are you telling me you never listen to your mom?
Oh my God. I can already see where this is going. I already know. They always use this. How can you talk bad about a woman? It's the same type of argument. How can you talk bad about women, about black women? You got a black mama. How can y'all talk bad about black men? You have a black father. You have black sons. You got black uncles. But I know where this is going.
Mom growing up, because you're saying that a man don't listen to a woman, like that make you less of a man. I'm just confused. So that's why I was just like, balance was right. And I just didn't want to say anything because I'm still confused on the first conversation and I haven't got past that yet.
You come from a man. You come from your daddy's balls. Your woman, the mama is just the egg. You ain't
Your
changing.
mom
the oven.
delivered you.
She's
You
just the
came from a
oven.
woman. Your
She's
dad
just
did
the
not
oven.
give birth to you. Your
Your
mother did.
mom just
Mom is
your
just the
mom
oven.
was just an incubator. You come from your father. That's where you come from. I don't know. Listen, I can't speak to your personal situation, although you did mention it. I'm not going to speak to your personal situation, but let me help you to understand something. The dudes that came before us, and again, this has nothing to do with you, was simps. They were weak. They said
I'm
happy,
not going to. My
they
dad
said
wasn't a
happy
simp.
life. I'm not talking about you. They
Okay,
said
well, I
happy
want to
life.
clear that up because my dad wasn't a simp.
Did not.
Oh,
You're not a good. You're not a good listener, right? And
I'm
you
a great
you
listener because this is
no,
my
you're
first
not, because
time.
I prefaced
This
the
is my
conversation.
first time
I
saying anything
prefaced
back
the
to you. I
conversation
listened to you
twice.
earlier and didn't
I
even
prefaced
interrupt
the
you.
conversation twice by saying that I was not referring to you specifically. And then you went to go on about how it is that this is represented. This ain't about you. This is
I
about
came
life.
back and I said I wanted to make that clear that my father was not a simp.
But
It's
we
the
don't
same thing
need
you were
your
doing with people earlier. You don't like when somebody do something that you do. You were doing this to people earlier when they were speaking. All I'm saying to you is my father is not a simp. That's not
Get
an
his ass,
argument.
Monique.
My father is not a simp. That's all I was saying.
And how
damn,
would you know?
this clown ass
I know
dude.
for a fact my father
How?
is not a simp.
How?
My father is very intelligent and my father is
What do being
very
intelligent got
successful.
to do with being a simp?
It doesn't matter. He wasn't a simp.
How
And
do
we're
you
going
know?
to leave it at
How do
that.
you
And
know?
I'm not going to allow you to say my father's a simp because he's
I
not.
never
You can be a rich simp. You can be a poor simp. That ain't got nothing to do with none of that shit.
said that he was. But see,
But
listen.
you
But he
just said,
never
how do I
said
know that?
he
I'm
never
saying
called
to you,
your
he's
father
not a
a
simp.
simp.
No,
though,
hold on,
Monique.
Mr. Lego. Let me cook. Let me cook. You know how I know that your father was possibly a simp?
He was not a simp.
Do you know how I know your father was possibly a simp? Because you automatically triggered by it and nobody called him a simp.
I'm triggered by it because my
Yes, you
father
are.
was a great man, and I don't allow nobody to talk crazy about my
But
father.
nobody mentioned
have a
your
daughter?
father.
Do you have a
Nobody
daughter?
mentioned your father. Did
Do you
anybody
have a
mention?
daughter?
Did anybody mention your father?
Do you have a daughter?
Did anybody mention your father?
Do you have a daughter?
I do.
Okay. If your daughter was sitting on this panel, you would want your daughter to speak highly of you as well. I'm not going to allow
Not if
nobody to
nobody
disrespect my
asked.
dad.
If
My dad is
nobody
not a simp.
asked about me,
Period. He's not a simp.
if
And I'm going to leave
nobody
it at that.
asked
He's not a
about
simp.
me, if nobody asked.
Typical tactic when on these panels, black women, they just talk. They try to just over talk your points. Even when you're making a good point, they think, oh, if I can just talk, just keep running my mouth so much that nobody can hear what he's saying, then I'm gonna win the argument. This is what they think. This is what they think. I can just talk. I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna repeat myself over and over and over and over. I'm gonna just drown them out. Oh Lord. Uh-oh, Chanel's back. She say, what's wrong with simps? Simps ruin the dating marketplace because they do everything that women say. They do everything that women tell them to do. They don't have a backbone. They are bad representations of men to women. And women run across simps so much that they begin to think that every man should be a simp. And they don't even like these type of dudes. It's in the it's not in the chat, Gen X. It should be at the top. Go to the top. Scroll up. I pinned it up there. If it's not working, let me know. But I pinned it up there. I don't know if he's back on the Lapeef show. I don't know how old this clip is, Chanel. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know how recent this was. He sent it to me a while ago, but I don't know like if he's been on there like recently. Though I can't say what was Anton point about men producing the seed and a woman is the incubator. Both are needed to create another human. He was just saying like you really come from your father's seed. The woman, your sperm fertilizes the seed, and the woman is just the incubator. It's not. But you're right. It does take both. It does take both. Like that's something I agree with. So when they do have those arguments, it's kind of iffy because I'm like, you need both. So when women just okay, like how women can just abort a child and a man doesn't have any say. I feel like that's wrong because I'm just as much a part of that child as you are. And what if I want the child but you don't? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need a proper definition of a simp. Okay, look, let's see. I know they got I'll do it for you. Uh-oh, this is gonna be one of them shows. They got okay, they got a definition right there, but I know they got one on that Urban Dictionary. I'm gonna look that one too. Urban Dictionary. Okay. They got Urban Dictionary, and then I got the regular one right here as well. What's up, Gen X?
What's good? What's good?
The definition of a simp.
Shit,
It
I can tell
says,
everything wrong with a damn simp.
hold on, she want me to look up. It says a simp. It's a man. That's a internet slang. I ain't talking about no internet slang. Someone who puts this is Urban
I'll tell
Dictionary.
you right now. I'll
Someone
tell you
who
right
puts
now.
the hoes before the bros.
Exactly.
Simps will do or say anything to please someone, particularly a girl, in the hopes that they will be and gain favor with their person. That's a simp.
That back burner motherfucker. Always waiting. Always trying to, uplift, put her on a pedestal, just for the hope that that motherfucker fumbles so he can just try to step into DMs.
That's what they do. The simp is usually the dude waiting on the sideline, like just like you saying, a friend. Them friends to women, those are simps. You know what
I
I
was
mean?
doing
Those are simps.
everything, trying to, to earn her good graces, so
Mm-hmm.
she could throw him some pity sex.
Mm-hmm. And them be the guys that they don't even like. You know what I'm saying? The
Nope.
simps
Exactly.
are the ones that they don't even like, bro. Like,
Yeah, but they come back. They come back 10, 20 years later after that wall. They have that run into that wall. Then they're there. They got 6 kids. You know, SMV down the drain. Dude, that's the dude, the nice guy.
yeah,
The one's always there. The one that had the good job. The one that's cool. But he's a lame. He's a simp. He's a lame. He's goofy. She wants the bad boy. She wants the mug. That's willing to just bust it down for it, just move about his business. The one that she wants to bring into the house, meet him for the first time, crash out over. He does it wrong, leaves. She wants to cry about it on TikTok, make all these videos. Years later, then she wants to go ahead and go to the nice guy, the safe guy,
mm-hmm.
the one with the good credit score, the one that can get the house.
That's what they do. That's a fact. Look at Chanel. She over there. Chanel, she come up here. I know she gonna have something to say. Come on up here,
Hey,
Chanel. It's
come
been a
on,
while.
come on.
Come
I
on
don't
up
even
here,
know. I don't
Chanel.
even know.
Come on up, Chanel. Come on up, Dark Kent. Yeah, come on up here.
I'm just saying because I was on both sides of that. Starting out
Mm-hmm.
when I joined the military, different types of women. But the thing is, with me, like, I had no issues getting a woman. It's just the fact of keeping them. Because being in the military, they know you're a player.
And they know y'all got options.
Oh yeah.
They know you got options. Yo man says simp is slang insult for men seen as too attentive and submissive to women, especially out of a failed hope of
Exactly.
winning some entitled sexual attention. Now that's a fact. Let me get back to this video.
Asked about me. See, are you married?
I'm not married, but I
I
don't sleep
know you're
around.
not fucking married.
You don't know that I'm not married.
I
I'm
do
not married
know because I can tell
chose
by that
not to be
badass
married.
attitude. Listen, you already about to snatch dreams out the air. You're shaking your head. You're talking with your neck and shit. You're mentioning shit that nobody even ever brought up. I never brought up your fucking father. Not once. As a matter of fact, I made sure that you knew. Wait a second. If you be quiet for long enough to let somebody actually talk, you don't have to respond to something that I didn't even say. If you just be quiet for 5 seconds, you will understand the sentiment, and then you probably could get married. You would not be impacted by all of these fucking stories that you heard inside of your salon.
You know what's crazy? You are judging me when you don't even know me.
Sus, you let him
You
get
don't even
went on
know
a
me.
defense before I even
You
said
don't
anything.
even know me.
Hold
I
on,
could
y'all.
have been
Hold
married.
on.
I've been engaged.
Rashawn.
Only person
No,
on
wait,
this panel
wait.
that can speak directly
Rashawn,
about me
stop.
is
He
Derek.
put the
That,
cape
that,
on.
He's
that,
the
He
only
that's the
person
simp
on
I
right
this
don't
there, trying
have
to
to
come in.
know
know
you.
who I
If
am.
trying to save her.
That's it right there. That's the simp.
trying
Trying
to
to come
save
in there. Yep. Trying to cushion the blow.
Come to save the day, Captain Save a hoe.
asked you a
I'm not
specific
married because
question.
I'm not married. I've been
That's
engaged
listen.
3 times. I
I
don't sleep around
guarantee
with
you,
different
I
men.
heard that
So you're
1,000
saying
times
that
from a bunch of chicks that was
you just
masculine as
said to
fuck.
me, but you just said that if I listen, I will be married. That's
Yeah,
what you
because
just
you
said.
ain't quiet
You
enough
just
to
said that
actually
I'm even
Those
out
so
here
sick of
dating.
women saying I've been engaged.
This is what I
8
guarantee
times.
you. I guarantee you, after this show, you're gonna have a life reality check because it's not gonna sit well with you. And the reason it's not gonna sit well with you is because you're wrong as fuck. You over talking after you said that you don't over talk. You led with that fake ass femininity when you first came on the panel. I don't over talk. I don't even respond. Now look at you. You ain't out of character. This is who you fucking really are. And all I did was bring it out of you. See, the unique thing about me is that if you sit around me long enough, I'm gonna bring that bullshit up out of you. And you can't sit here and sell me something that ain't real. I knew you wasn't fucking married. And now, because of your behavior, not because of your father, but because of your behavior, I'm questioning whether or not your father is a simp. And the reason I'm questioning whether or not your father is a simp is because there's no way that a dude that's not a simp daughter is gonna be on here talking that bullshit, leading with that fake ass femininity, and then gonna come on here trying to talk to me like you know what the fuck is going. I don't think you really knew what you was getting yourself into. Because I'm not the one. I'm gonna tell you the fucking truth. I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm not trying to get on your good side, none of that. So either you can take the advice so that you can actually get the results, and it ain't even got to be the results when it comes to marriage. It got to do with how you moving as a woman. That shit is fake. And all I'm doing is calling it out. You expose yourself. So you can take this shit and move differently, or you can continue to lead with that fake ass femininity and not getting the results that you want and lean to your father. Which one you want? How you gonna move? Because all of this is bullshit that you're selling right now. It's fake as fuck.
Because your damn mouth. Hey, yo, no, not. Wait, no. I know.
Man, how many times have we seen this shit?
Hey, yo, I know you got the minister meme on here.
Look, women don't listen; they interpret.
Right,
so there was a lot of interpreting that.
Exactly.
So, ladies, just period. Everybody just watching or whatever, understand that a lot of the times when you try to argue with a man or a woman, you're interpreting what somebody said, and you just go down a fucking rabbit hole when you don't necessarily need to. We have to, well, y'all have to, because men don't do this, stop interpreting what somebody said. He said
Hold
20.
on, Mr. Lego.
Not even that. They personalize shit.
Yeah.
Even when you trying to get points across to them, they keep internalizing it to the point where it's like, you're talking about me, and you're clearly like, no, I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying you. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. He was doing a generalization, just saying this, and then she made it about herself, and then she got triggered from hearing stuff that he didn't even say. He said, "I'm going to preface this. This doesn't apply to you." Blah blah blah, and she went ahead and made it about herself, needlessly. And then now that he pointed it out, and okay, I know he's a simp because an actual real man that's not a simp, he's not going to let his daughter have this type of attitude. And so her being able to have an attitude means she can get over and say whatever she wants to him. So therefore, that's how you can determine if that man is a simp or not. Because if man, if you put your foot down, if you run a household, your wife ain't gonna be able to talk to you that way. Your daughters won't be able to talk to you that way because they know better. So that's how you
I got a daughter, and I know, like, I'm telling you, I see the interactions between her and other people, and when it comes to me, she already know, like, it's not gonna fly. I ain't finna be able to get my shit off like that. I'm gonna take a step back. She already know, like, it's unspoken when it comes to. So yeah, you're right.
And the thing is, like, a lot of people can't, like, especially women, they can't take the conduct, the message, the delivery of how Anton does it. I'm that same way. I deliver certain things. Like I don't care if you don't like the message or the way I'm delivering. The message is the message. Plain and simple. I'm not going to, like you said, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. But this is what it is. So it rubs women the wrong way. So now she shut up. She's quiet. And a lot of women, they'll turn off and they just go to a different station because they don't want to be told about themselves. So what they do, they just pull back, regress, or they just go somewhere else.
That's the truth. Because like if me and you talking and you've been in the army, and if you see me, you'll say, man, nah, bro, you too fat, bro. You need to lose weight, bro.
It is what
Your
it is.
legs kind of chunky. I'm gonna be like, damn, for real? But I'm all right, bro. All right, I got it. But if you tell a woman that, she gonna be like, what? I'm too fat. I can't believe
Yep.
you said that. Knowing she big as a house. And I'm perfectly fine. I'm beautiful. How you gonna tell me that? Like, okay, it's okay, well then die. Don't listen to me. Just get a heart attack.
Yeah, that's how it is. Cold hard truths can't be listened to.
Mm-hmm.
Reality is that I want her to be successful. My general sentiment in life is to have everybody that eventually come in contact with me take something positive out of it. I'm not saying this just because I want to get on her or some shit. I'm saying it because it's real. And I'm not sure if the people that's in her inner circle, and I don't know who's in her inner circle, I'm talking about her friends, any dude that she'd never interacted with. I'm not sure if they've ever actually been honest enough to tell her the truth. Because I'm not emotionally attached to her, or I don't have any personal vendetta. I don't even know her from a can of paint, and she probably don't know me. I can be real. I'm gonna tell her the truth. That shit is not kosher. That shit is not cool. And she's basically, I never even said anything about her father whatsoever. I prefaced the conversation twice by saying, this is not personal to you.
There it is.
This has nothing to do with you. And then she went on a tangent about her father. Now, what is that supposed to say? What does that communicate?
Women don't listen to interpret.
Because communication is 90% body language. It's 90% of the things that you don't say when you're not supposed to say it. It's not the thing that you're trying to communicate to other people. I pay attention to that shit. I'm not listening to what she's saying. I'm listening to how she reacts. And I pay attention to like really focus in on the things that people say when they first come on the panel. I paid attention when she said that shit. She said it. Oh, I don't jump in and all of that. Well, what the fuck is this? And I want her to be great. And I hope this shit burn. I hope this shit bother.
All right, Royce.
Well, I think that's how they soften up those conversations when they come in. Oh, I don't do that. I'm not like these other girls. And then when they go into it, you got the simps that's, they done forgot all about the shit she said in the beginning. Oh, I'm not like that, and I don't do that. So if you start to jump on her, then it's like, no, don't do the sister like that, man. Don't talk to her like that, man. She in the right. They start, here they come all out the woodwork.
But you're an adult though. You have to be able to take those hard criticism, even if you don't feel that they're reality. But a lot of people say it, but they don't want to tell you because you may feel type of way. Sometimes you just take a hard look at yourself, although you don't like what you see. But everybody tells you this, like, look, maybe it is true. Maybe I need to fix myself. Exactly what he did. That's when she stuck. She shut the fuck up.
That's the truth.
You can go ahead and cake Ray.
I hope that she toss and turn all fucking night and she see me in her dreams and that shit is like, I hate that fucking Anton. Because at the end of the day, it's real. It's real.
And this is how women learn how to be around masculine men.
Into a conversation,
I know
or
you
she
looking
go
for
into
your kid back.
or go into a thing.
Go ahead, Rashawn.
She gonna move a little bit differently, bro.
You come, what'd you say, Chanel? You coming in swinging?
You can't argue with facts, though.
we sitting right here. I'm just waiting. That link is up there if you want to come over. She already knows she can come up here. She ain't got to say that.
Yeah, ain't nothing. No hard feelings. Just facts are facts.
She done been on her before.
If people deal with me on a daily basis, hey, I'm a matter of fact type of person. I'm gonna tell you how it is. You don't like it, you don't like it. So
yeah. Hang on real quick. I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. Hang on.
Do you think? For those that are tuning in, he went to a restroom break. He'll be back. But feel free to join. Hit the link at the top of the chat.
Appreciate that, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. So why do you think that is that these I guess you could say gender wars? Why you think? Well, I should say, do you think it'll ever come to a point where we can get on the same page? Because it just seems like with feminism being in the mix, that women think it's one way, men think it's another way, and it's like there's no common ground because we're
Check
so
this.
split apart now.
Check this. I was watching this video. I think it was yesterday, before yesterday. It was an old school television, old school talk show. It was like with this black chick. I forgot her name, but you could tell it was in the mid '80s. So it was that long ago. And they had this female guest on. She was pretty much saying the same exact thing what females today are saying. So like 40, almost 40 years ago, about why are men and women, you know, always at odds with each other. The thing is, men have been the same since then. It's just that as time went on, we started losing more and more power because of the whole masculinity thing, and men are too aggressive, and men start pulling back, and then now women are out here like men don't approach us anymore. Men don't do this. All they do is say hi and just move on. Or we could be in the club, but they're not interested. It's because of women don't want to be involved with them like that anymore. So as far as this gender war, men are very simple. We like men are more traditional in a sense versus women. As time went on, they want to become more and more modern. So they want, like they said, a corporate Tupac. They want the same. They want the treatment that their grandfathers would give their grandmothers, but at the same time, they want him to have some type of swag about it. So me, I grew up, in the '80s, born in the '70s. I'm more traditional sense. So the man's the head of the household. You know, man provides. Woman, if she wants to work, she can work. If not, hey, you gotta stay home and take care of the kids.
But don't you find it strange how women will reference that time and be like, "Oh, uh, I know how my grandfather used to treat my grandmother," but they never speak about the opposite, like how the
Mm.
grandma was. They never want to be like the grandma that takes care of the kids, that takes care of the family. They never want to do that, but they want that man to be like my grandfather
Mm-hmm.
and my
But
dad.
but their excuse is, I don't want to be like no slave. I don't want to be like my mom or my grandma. Your grandma stayed married to that man for how long? That for general speaking, grandmother stayed married to the grandfather until we hit to around the '80s ish. That's when you start seeing more divorces and like mothers and fathers after they got past the crack epidemic. That's when you start seeing more, like I said, more divorces. And now, women, they want to get married, but it's more for the celebration and not the things that come after. They don't want to
Mhm.
put in the work. They don't want to put in the time because, oh yeah, I want to have I want to have a baby. It's all fun and game when they sucking on the titty and everything else. But when he starts turning 5, when he turns 10, I don't know what to do. I have no life. I can't do this.
And you know how you hear, because somebody was talking about this on a show I was listening to on YouTube, and it made a lot of sense. And he was just like, when women started being like this, you start having a lot of single mothers, and then they started raising these little boys
Mm-hmm.
to be the way that they wanted them to be, and then these little boys growed up. Now you have these men who they now say, "Oh, these ain't real men." You know, they don't do X, Y, and Z. But it's like this is a woman's doing. Women
Product. Yep.
raised a lot of these guys to be the way that they are. So it's just like a residual effect of y'all kicking the man out of the house for a welfare check, all of these different things. It's basically come back to haunt you now. Now you want it to revert back, but you
Damage is
caused so
done.
much damage now.
Exactly. Damage is done. A woman can raise a kid. She can't raise a man.
No.
And they don't understand that. Like, oh, just yeah, he's 18. He is a man, visually speaking, but his thinking, his logic, his mannerisms, his attitude, his feelings are based on a woman. because that's all she knows. She can just pretty much pour herself into him until that man goes out there and he actually faces a challenge. That's going to either he's going to rise to the occasion and have to adapt to become a man, or he's just going to become feelings based. That's when the feelings based men go around capping people because they don't know how to regulate their emotions.
I mean, look at all the black athletes now who always they love to proclaim, "Oh, I was raised by my mom. My dad was never around." Like they love to say this. Even sometimes you have these black kids who was raised by a black mom and a black father, but they constantly speak on my black mom. And,
Mm-hmm.
like, look, the white kids, they don't do that. They always say, "Yeah, my dad was my high school coach, and my dad, he raised me to be a man like this. That's why I'm the best athlete that I am today." But it seems like the majority of the black kids, they get into this, my mom raised me, even though, let's say, even if the parents were broke up, even if the
Mm-hmm.
dad was still in the picture and he still did things for him and still took care of him and made him into the athlete, they still going to refer to, yeah, my mom raised me. They never going to speak on the dad.
Exactly. Because like the father goes out, depending on their situation. Like we could use like LeBron's situation first, or let's go by Jordan first. His parents are both there. They have issues growing up. Yeah, he had issues, but at the same time, both his parents were there. You go to when Jordan, when he spoke, you saw how he broke it up when he was when his father passed away, right? His
Mm-hmm.
father's always there. His mother ran the household because if you go anything to his history, as far as all his Nike deals and when he got with the Bulls and everything like that, his mother was into that. That's what she read up on. She learned it. The dad was providing for the family, so he wasn't there for all the business meetings like his mother was, but the father was providing the finances for him to get to that location, that point in life. Versus LeBron, it was just him and his mom. He gives her shot. His dad was never around, but the outcome is he's one of those rare breeds where sometimes like they say, a man who grows up with his mother is more likely to either be killed or in prison because he doesn't have that father, that role model around. But in LeBron's case, it happened the opposite direction.
What's up, Dr. Pitt? Yeah, I mean, but you still see some of his tendencies, right? If you
Yeah.
The way he whines on the basketball court, you know what I'm
Emotional.
saying? And remember his mom was sleeping with one of his teammates at one point, and it's just certain things about him that you can tell that he was raised by a woman. I can just tell. Even
Exactly.
when it comes to Kevin Durant is like that.
Mm.
He's always kissing his mom on the sideline, but he has a kind of a bitchy attitude. Even you've seen him get mad at his own fans. They was like, I can't remember what the clip was. They was like, "That's a good shot, KD," and he was like, "Man, shut up," or something. It was like weird. Like, why would you? They're your fans, you know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
he done got people kicked out of games. Russell Westbrook done the same thing too. I think he was raised by a woman, so he didn't ask for people, man, remove that person. It's like, bro, you're a man. You know
Yep.
these people gonna scream at you. They gonna say stuff like, just it is what it is. You're an athlete.
Like all
But
the
yeah, when it
football
comes to
players.
these when
Oh,
it
they
comes
go.
to these relationships, bro, it's just I don't know. I wonder if we're gonna ever get to a point where the men can lead and the women can follow without them being influenced by culture, being influenced by music or whatever the case may be, or feminism.
Yeah.
I just want to get away from that.
Yeah, I like kind of like what you talk about, the culture. Like I did a video today on my channel where, uh, Kim Kardashian and Kanye's daughter, Northwest, right?
Right.
I did a video about how the trash culture, no matter what your demographic, your socioeconomic status, you could be here, the normies like us, you could be billionaires like them. Once you let that culture seep into that kid, that's what the kid's gonna be looking like. She's walking around with these, whatever teeth she had, like the bull nose ring, the hair done, the tattoos on the face, and she's 12 years old. I'm like, my daughter's 12 years old. I couldn't imagine her looking like that. And they said, yeah, we let her express herself or do this and do that. I'm like, you doing that, that's how you have children like Jalen, Smith, and how fucked up his kids are, or
Man.
Will Smith's kids. I'm like, you let them, you let this culture seep in, and they looking down at the TikToks about just the normal people doing certain things, the culture, and they start to implement it. At the same time, we're looking at them like, okay, that's cool, they're doing this, so it's just a perpetual cycle of trash culture. So the same thing goes to like even like the dating culture, man and woman. It's like we see certain people do it, and we don't try to implement or emulate what our fathers and our grandfathers did. Because the fact is, if you go back to even our fathers, like if you were to do DNA tests, just your blood cells, they're gonna have more testosterone in their system than we do. And you go back to
Yeah.
their fathers, our grandfathers, they would have more testosterone back in our grandfathers than our fathers do, and now to us. So as time progresses, it's just gonna become less and less just because we keep, diluting our systems, and we're more emotional now compared to how our fathers was, our grandfathers was even. They was fighting wars, actually getting, they was doing everything. There was nothing. Grandmother stayed at the house, dad, grandfather out there doing work.
And everything
Nowadays,
that a man feels naturally is been suppressed. Like
yes,
the way we talk, the way we interact, everybody is like, no, that's not good. Don't be like that. Don't say that. And that's why our testosterone is going down as well.
yep,
Like, and we just pass, like you said, we just passing it on to generation.
yep, exactly, exactly.
It's toxic masculinity. Why are you so angry? Well, I'm a man.
You're supposed to.
I'm supposed to be like this.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta suppress. You gotta suppress it. They want you to have now. They want us to, show your feelings, show your emotion, cry in front of your woman. Like what? I ain't crying in front
Never
of my
do that.
fucking woman. I go punch you. I will go be destructive doing something else before I cry in front of a woman.
And I've seen somebody say, "Man, you should be emotional." Like that's the last thing
No,
you should do.
no.
They will remember that shit. They'll try to act like they comforting you in that
Weaponize
moment,
it. It's
but they will
weaponized.
weaponize that shit sooner or later. They're going to weaponize that shit against you.
I was
And
talking
when
to my
you do
fiance.
that to a man, he's gone.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
gone.
saying it's like that whole thing. Would you rather, the whole bear versus man in the woods fucking thing? You heard about that?
Yeah, I remember that shit.
But there is the reverse for men is: would you rather tell your deepest, darkest secrets to your woman or to a woman, or would you tell it to a fucking tree? Every man
Tell
said
it
a
to a
tree.
tree.
Yeah, because no one cares anyway. Because no matter how we feel, what we do, what we say, no one cares. We have to produce. That is our fucking job. That's our
Hmm.
role. Our role in the world. We have to produce, no matter
That's the
what.
truth.
We
What you
don't have.
say?
We don't have.
If
Is that
if you could be sad or whatever it is, baby, I just lost my job.
you better go get another?
You need to go get another job. Oh, I'm out of here. That's how it is for us.
Yeah, it was like
Shit.
one video I forgot to watch where he was just checking. Baby, I lost my job. Can you cover the rent for the next month? It's like, what? For how long? I'm like, with men, everything comes with conditions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
The only one that doesn't judge us is our fucking dog. Your
Mm-hmm.
mother has to love you to a certain extent. Like think about it. Jeffrey Dahmer even had the mother that loved him, but to a certain extent where So with women, it's based on what we can give, what we can provide.
And
So
once you
it's
can't do that, it's over. It's
think
over.
about all the people, the men that they have these terminal illnesses. They're on their deathbed. Dying. She already out hunting. Is it?
Looking for another man.
Yeah. We're not gonna be
But
able to
see,
fix it.
but nobody would say that to a woman. They'll be like that, she found her another man. It's even though Jeffrey just died 2 months ago, it's okay. But if a man does it, they can be like, damn, he couldn't wait till she was dead.
Exactly.
Damn. He probably was already sleeping with that woman. Da, 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 da. It's like the worst thing in the world.
Yep. It's always a double standard. Always a double standard
Always.
between men and women. And that's the thing, because we're never going to learn. We have too many examples of this. We can go back to Kevin Samuels. People dogged him, but he spoke facts. It's always how he said it. It was the messenger, not the message. They dogged him. No, dogged him. Look, what's that one chick? That chick that was to set it off. I forgot her name.
Jada Pinkett,
No, 50 Cent used to date her.
Queen Latifah, and set it off.
Yeah, I forgot her name. Vivica Fox. Vivica
Vivica
Fox.
Fox. Vivica
Yeah,
Fox. Yeah.
The specific thing with her, he told her how she was. She wanted to dog him. He wanted to dog him. Well, last year, well, I think as a reason of this year, she hit like 60 years old. She's still out there trying to find somebody, and they don't want to
She even
fix.
said that 50 was the one that got away. She said it.
You can't make this shit up. Like Kevin said, you can't make this shit up. He let you
And
know
she's
what
out
you
here.
can fix.
She out here getting BBLs too, bro. She
At
got a BBL.
60. At 60 fucking years old.
Tracy Ellis Ross doing the same shit.
Same exact thing. They think they're better than what they are. Like right now, everybody talks shit about Jay-Z. You know, when he cheated on Beyonce, she ain't gonna leave his ass because she know ain't nobody trying to hit her. They'll hit it, but they ain't gonna try to be with her.
Mm-mm.
Because Jay-Z, he loses Beyonce right now. He got a better one by the end of the night.
That's a
No
fact,
problem.
bro.
Because he's a
That's a fact.
billionaire without Beyonce. She
Mhm.
can't do the same thing. Yeah, she cute, but she has children. Her SMV is already down because of that. No one wants to marry a 40-year-old Beyonce. Maybe she was 20 with maybe 2 kids. Somebody might, 40 with 2 kids? Or is it 3? I don't know. No one's trying to hit that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because she got a
no,
set of
hit it.
twins, don't she? 4.
Yeah.
I think it's 4.
So it's not the same. Like, but they always say, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. But in Beyonce's case, she has resources that can negate the fact that she has children. So yeah, she's 40. She got all these kids. She's, I don't know how many bodies she got, but at the same time, she's rich. Same thing with J-Lo. She got she got more rings than fucking Tom Brady. But at the same
And then
time,
she recently blamed it on the men. What did she
always,
say?
always, always.
She said they didn't know how to love or so. I didn't watch
Yeah,
the clip.
yeah.
I just read the caption. I was like, man, if you don't get the fuck out of here,
And then you
it's the
got people
men.
like Steph Curry's wife.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
who are you? Like, you're just an accessory to my greatness. You weren't nobody before you met me. Yo, okay, even when Steph was coming up, okay, but they want me. You're trying to, you're trying to be bigger than the game. You're not bigger than the game. You're trying to,
Trying to be
she's
bigger than
trying
the
to,
program.
boy, but they don't understand that.
Yeah, they don't understand that whole Steph Curry situation. That was crazy because, I mean, you listening to her speak and you just like, don't you know how many women would die to be in that position?
Boy,
And you sitting up here just talking like it's nothing, like you could just move on. Like this is what every woman talks about: a rich man who's gonna take care of them, have kids with them, be loyal to them. All of these things, you got it, but you sitting up here making it seem like it's the worst thing that ever happened to you. I just it just made me sick.
and me being me, I'm like, all right, you gone. I'll pay child support. I don't have no problem with that. I'll pay child support. Let's see how far you make it without me, just to prove a point. The same thing happened with Tia Mowry, right? Corey Hardrick. Right when they jumped on him real quick. Now she's up there wanting. I'm like, you had everything that you could possibly have with that dude. Somebody who's faithful. Somebody who wanted to be there for his kid. You gave that away for what? You graduated? What the fuck does that mean?
Now all
And now
these
she's
chicks
on
be
like
wanting.
reality shows, wanting to do. It's hard. She was crying on a
Yeah.
couple of them. Out there thirst trapping and crying on fucking TikTok and shit. I'm like,
Yep.
you had it right there.
And
It's a
all these
perfect
other
example.
chicks be on her man now. Like,
Same thing
it's
with Tom
over.
Brady. He had Giselle. I want to go cheat with my what's that yoga instructor.
Yeah, the
Probably-
yoga instructor.
I'm like, talk about a turn for the worse. And he's out here getting people half her age now. It's like when we get older, once we set, man, he start hitting his peak stride as far as financial gain around his mid-40s. There are some exceptions. People get it earlier. Around your mid-40s, moving up, that's when you hit your financial strain, your financial stride, I mean. And we just keep getting better for that. As long as we stay in shape, we actually be out physically gym, keep straight. Woman, like, it's unfortunate. You guys, like, they literally have a clock. They're on the clock. If you don't obtain family, all this before the age of 35, you're already in decline. It's unfortunate. It sucks. It's biology. That's the nature of things, but that's how it is. Some I'm single by choice. No, the fuck you're not. The ones that
Women ain't single by choice.
The ones you want don't want you. It's a good cop out though. Like, okay, sure, yeah, you're single by choice. No.
Because we know how easy it is for women to get men. Like, if you really want a guy, you can go get you a guy. It's not that hard. So when they say they're single by choice, that's how I know. Nah, you're just not desirable. Nobody wants you.
I'm saying, especially in the beginning. When you both, 17, 18 years old, 17, and you're 18, right? And she's already eyeing the guy in college because he has a car, he has a room, or a dorm. You don't have a car yet. You're still trying to build your value. She turns 18. It's like a winning lottery ticket. She's 18. She's young. She's supple. people like the boats and stuff are open, the yacht clubs open. She can be able to get on there, no problem, no waiting in line, go to the club. Man, we still earn our value. But as she hit that certain point and she peaks as far as S&V, it starts going down. We're still earning going up. So, like I said, it's an unfortunate reality, but it's reality nonetheless.
And that's why I used to ask the question to some people. I'm like, why do some women never realize that when they at their peak, that's when every guy likes you. You know, the suckers, the simps, the rich guys, I mean, every type of guy you can think of likes you. And I would think, in my mind, that's the perfect opportunity to get exactly what you want. Because,
Exactly.
like as you say, as you get older, that pool starts to dwindle, and then now you got to just take what you can get. But in the beginning, they just see it as like, oh, I think that's the problem. Women have too many choices, so they don't know what to do.
At a younger age, yeah. But that choice dwindles fast. Another perfect example is like you see all these TikToks popping up about women going to these dating functions, these singles mingle things, and there's only like three guys there. There's like 500 women, or no one wants to come talk to me. They try to talk to the other girl. I'm like, you're not their type.
Mm-hmm.
And they just don't get that. Like you can't force a man to talk to you if he's not wanting to talk to you. When you were younger, you had that situation, but now you have to date within those that you could possibly get, but they consider that settling. No, you're dating what your actual value is now.
Yeah. And at those singles events, bro, how many times have dudes heard women say what they like? And
Mm.
let's be honest, a lot of dudes like, oh, I don't even fit into that. So why would I even go down there? And I mean, they already say they want this type of guy who makes this and he
Mm-hmm.
looks like this. I don't look like none of that. So I'm not even gonna waste my time in going down there. And they don't realize that the shit that they've been doing over time has brought them these consequences and
It's
these
their own
things that
fault.
they don't like, bro.
They're the master of their own destruction.
Mm-hmm.
They never pay attention to it because they just, it's like even Lizzo's out there, successful,
Oh man.
lots of money. Now she's slimming down. A lot of people are starting to look at her now. It's like, okay, before, it's just weird how, we, like, when you become a certain look, that's when you become less of an eyesore to a man. Because
Mm-hmm.
like we have this picture in our head because men are visual creatures. Women could be visual to a certain extent, but they're all about emotion based and what you can provide. They want to be able to see what you got. Men like I said, I use the drive-through scenario again. A man could go through a drive-through. If she bad to him, he'll talk to us. She making $15 an hour. He'll still talk to her, try to holler at her.
Right.
It can't be. It's not the reverse. It could be, dude, sitting up in there, Tay Diggs, whoever they want. Oh, but he works at Wendy's drive-through.
Right.
It's like
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
it's wild to think that, but that's how it is. It's what can he provide me versus, okay, he looks nice, maybe I can help him out. But the thing is, they don't want to help, somebody starting out if that's all they got. Versus a man has to be able to help her out.
But you know what's funny about, even though that Lizzo situation is, even when she was really really big, this is another thing. Like, she was pretty, so I'm thinking you got guys who would be like, look, she's still pretty, I'll take her. But I'm gonna tell her, like, look, you might have to lose a little weight. I'm just being honest. But in her mind, the way how she was back then, she was like, oh, I'm beautiful. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she was promoting that whole body shame and stuff. Now she wants to
Positivity.
lose weight. Your body
Yeah, positivity.
positivity, my bad. But it's just like, if a dude was to be with you, and like you say, because he gonna accept you,
Mm-hmm.
that's how we are. If you just fall in line and just do what he asks you to do, you'll be just fine. But they have this sense of, no, I'm right and I'm
Mm-hmm.
perfect just the way I am. That's why all women think that they tens when they not. They'll never say that they're a 7, a 6, or none of that. I don't care if they fat, if they ugly. They gonna all say that they tens, bro. But a man, he will tell you. You'll say, man, I know I'm an average dude. I'm probably like a 5, but I'm
I'm
cool
a
with that
four or
because
five
I can
scripture.
still get women. I can still
Yeah,
get women. Like, I'm I'm
we're
I'm good.
we're pragmatic in that way. Like okay, I know where within the lines I can color where I need to color. I know that I can't swing up here. I know I can swing down here. But every now and then, a man will try. You
Yeah.
may get shot down, but the thing is, as a man, we have to be shot down numerous times. That's what builds us confidence up. That's how we learn to get the game, to get confidence. To, oh fuck, be shot down enough times where maybe I should get in the gym, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. Women typically don't do that. Have you ever had a woman try to holler at you? They game sucks. They can't they don't have no game. They can't spit because they're so used to being talked to. A woman trying to come holler at you, like, what the fuck is that? They're like, they sound so stupid. They use the stuff that were probably sent back in like the 1980s, and they're trying to their pickup lines. Like, no. But a man, especially if you got alcohol in the system, she look all right. Yeah, I'll go with it. But the opposite is with a man. You come up there, oh, that's lame. And on to the next one.
What you say out the pit? I think most women have insecurities. They say they tens, but I don't think most believe it. No, I think they believe it, bro.
Yeah, I think
they believe it. Now some women do have insecurities, but even them, they still believe that they tens, bro. I'm telling you. Their hair could be messed up, and they'll still say that they're 10. They think that they should get that top-notch guy, no matter what, bro. If they run across a dude that's below them or on their level, they're gonna be like, "You ain't got no business talking to me. I don't know what he was thinking about trying to talk to me." It's like, what? I'm telling you, they all think like that.
Because men out the box, out the gate, we know what our insecurities are. We know where we shortcome. That's why we overcompensate in certain areas. They're like, oh, the whole big truck, muscle car thing. That's a bunch of bullshit. But we know where we fall short at, where it's finances, where it's height, where it's certain looks. We know. So we know we have to build ourselves up. Women get told, "Girl, you beautiful the way you are," and all their friends telling them because you got that one girl. She may have a dress on and they like, oh, you should be wearing that. They go, oh, girl, you're a 10, we beautiful, They won't say that. Dudes, what the fuck are you wearing? That shit's lame. They will call you out in front of everybody.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's what I said. It's character building.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. I was gonna see if Chanel was gonna come up here. She never.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. What's going on?
Yeah, I was trying to see if she probably changed her mind. She'll come back on her one day. She love these relationship black men, black women. If we keep doing these, she'll come back because she used to come on here all the time.
Because I've dated every race except Asian.
Man, I've only been with black women.
I'm saying if you were to go to Germany like me, white women would definitely be on your list. I was there for 2 years, and getting off the boat, getting off the plane. You hear you're in. I was in Grafenwehr, Germany, and then I went to Wiesbaden, and right when you get off the plane, it's like they looking at you, you're looking at them. Especially me, military. I was slim, trim, fucking back. But that's back when I was actually into bodybuilding, and the fucking eyes is the dead giveaway. Like, because we're like even to this day, black men are still somewhat exotic over there. So, especially when you start going to more of the rural areas, the country towns, areas in Germany. Yes, German women, they definitely want you. Same thing in Panama. Same thing was in Honduras. Japan, same thing in Korea. It's like we're different compared to they always used to seeing white people. White people been all over the place, because of the war and stuff like that. A lot of the black men. The only reason you see even my first time running into a black German, it's just because of World War II. It's like people get out the military, they go back because back then the Germans treated us better than our own countrymen do. So they would go just live over in all these other countries, and you see a black. Although it's a small population, but black Germans there, it just threw me off.
Some over there, right.
But they're mixed, so they're like my skin tone, they're lighter. So it's wild.
Okay. Well, like I said, I was gonna see if some more people was gonna come up here, but we're gonna do this again another time.
Let's go. I'm king relationship over here. I'll tell you how it is.
Say king relationship.
Been married, been divorced. I've been the Jody. I've been the one that they warn people about when your boyfriend or husband deploys. That's me. I'm that guy that was there. Sometimes it was accidental because being in the military, especially like in an installation, you got they have the clubs and bars. No matter what installation you go to, there's always gonna be bars and clubs close by, because You know, they got to be able to provide entertainment for soldiers. So, you know, you go to these bars, you're young, you know, young private, young specialist in the army, and you come across females. A lot of times they say that they're not married. Some are married. Some actually respect to keep their ring on. Okay, I'm not gonna bother. You know, I wouldn't want that to happen to me. Some take their ring off. You know, but we still ask, "Are you married?" No, I'm not married. You know, I'm not asked another time. But I'm not gonna talk myself out of getting some ass. You know, I don't see a ring on. She says she's not married. I'm gonna smash. We go to a place,
Free
whatever,
game.
do a thing. Come in, you start seeing like certain little subtleties throughout the house. You go to the restroom, whatever. It's like, a dude live here? You start seeing like, you know, boots or something like that in the closet where she's in the shower or restroom. She's married to a soldier or something. So yeah, I was like I said, I was a Jody. I was, you know, the guy she cheated on with. You know,
Yeah.
then other times too, it's like, oh, I fucking hate that dude. I'm gonna wait till he gone, or it goes up to the field, then I'm gonna smash just because I hate that dude. So yeah, it's very the military is a wild animal as far as like relationships, because I think military is the profession that has the highest divorce rate, next to I think police officers, doctors, and lawyers.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I thought it was doctors was up there too.
Yeah, it's like it's up there like military is like 100. I think it's like 98, 99% divorce rate in the military.
Yeah, I believe it. Because I got people in my family who was in the military and they all divorced and remarried.
Yeah, like I said, same with me. And my biggest, well, I would say it's a mistake because I have my two oldest sons are from my first marriage, but I married somebody who was also in the military. And the thing is, like, kids, either one or two things. You marry somebody in the military because you get dual the benefits, but it's also two times the problems because we can both deploy. You know, when I would deploy, she'd be back home. So if she deployed, I'd be back home before we had kids. So it's like what goes on deployment stays on deployment. That was a whole thing. So if you're gonna do something, just you know, protection. If we're gonna stay together, protection. You know, and that's what she told me. That's what I told her. So and like our last deployment, because I went to Panama before I got married, and she knew how I am with like Latino women. So I went to Panama for a year. He come like, you still want to get married? 'Cause I know he's in Panama. I heard stories. I'm like, I was faithful. Come back, we got a blood test, we got, you know, all that, we're good to go. You know, no STDs. We decided to go ahead and get married. So yeah, they're right. Military is full of freaks. There's no lie about that. No lie. I could tell you some stories. Boy,
Do I think black on black couples are dying off? Yeah, big time.
yo, we're like at 13,
Big time.
14% now.
Something
Marriage
like
rate.
that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
As far as black,
It's bad. It's
black and
real
white.
bad. It's real bad.
And the crazy thing too, prior to me even getting married, because you know, I actually grew up in the '80s. I saw my mother, my father. You know, it was always black, black, black. So I'm like, yeah, I bought into that. You know, like yeah, I'm pro black. You know, it's like, you know, yeah, pro black. And I get to my first duty station. It was in Fort Bragg back in 1997, and I come across his brother. He was fresh back from Germany. I'm like, oh, he's cool, brother. Still talking, hood. Until we had this one company function where everybody, like just family come together. You know, it was like a holiday. He had a white wife. I'm like, what the fuck? I put him aside. Like, yo, you married a white woman? He said, bruh, are you pro black or something like that? I was a private, no, PFC, private first class, E3. And he was a sergeant. And he's like, man, if you limit yourself on who you date, you're not going to know if you found the right one. And I thought about that. I'm like, yeah, he right. It stuck with me for a while. And that's when I went to Panama to, got it out my system. I came back and still married. But at the same time, too, it was like another black female. She's from Florida, and she was like, to me, I called her a Luke dancer because she was on this, that's back in the day when Luke was at his highest point. And yeah, we hooked up, we did our thing, we got married. We went from Fort Bragg, North Carolina to Hawaii, got divorced.
Damn.
Yeah. So we were already 2 kids in, so it's whatever. But yeah, my second, third, fourth wife, second, third wife, we was Spanish. Then after that divorce, it's just nothing but Spanish women. Then a couple white women sprinkled in there. Jamaicans, Africans. The only thing I said, just still to the point, I never fuck with any Asian. It's just to me they always sound like Furby. Cause like when they
You
talk,
said they sounded like Furby?
Yeah, when they talking, I'm like that shit annoys me. That annoys me more than speaking to like I have like a lot of Indian, like Eastern Indian females I would talk to, but it's just the accent for me. I can't deal with the accent. Like I deal with English accent, I deal with German, Russian accent, Australian accent. I can't. And those are women I hooked up with, being deployed in like different locations in Iraq, shit like that. But it's just Asian.
I guess
Is
it sounds
I'm
like
not
they
trying.
nagging.
I'm not trying to be racist, nothing, but that's just like it's not my thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that.
you're definitely right. Me, I'm married 19. It definitely takes some work. I think I got to like 10 years, and yeah, I was done. It's like I don't know. It's just
Congratulations on that, because shit, that's hard
like
these days.
yeah.
That's
Especially my
hard.
fiance right now. She's Canadian, so yeah, we're gonna get married pretty soon. Especially now because of damn, you know, deportation stuff that's going on. So we don't want her to end up overstaying her visa. So we've been together since 2020. So she's mixed. She's a little bit. She's like blackish like this. So
It's all good. It's all good. But man, yeah, I'm about to head on out of here, man. That was a good show. I appreciate
yeah,
everybody coming through. I appreciate everybody.
this video. Next time he pops up, join in.
Yeah, man. Like I say, look, it's pinned to the chop. If y'all don't want to stay in them comment sections, man, you can always come on the panel of the show and talk. I
Yeah.
think those will make for better, longer shows as well. So, I mean, anybody want to come through, just for a while I wasn't putting anything up there. I had kind of forgot because I just got so used to talking to myself. But I'm starting to get a few people starting to come back through now and come on here. So, yeah, man, it's gonna be up there in the top, man. Y'all come through, check it out, sit in the comment section or join the panel, but it'll be there. But
Especially
yeah,
yeah, I would say like especially Chanel like, can we come on in here? Somebody I need somebody who opposes what I believe in.
right.
Because like if you all agree, it'll be
It gets boring.
I can sit on
That's
the
what I used
fence.
to say. But
I
see,
can talk both
if you
sides
was
too.
on my show before, if you know me before, it was a few people that used to be on here, Gen X, and I used to tell them, I say, look, I'm gonna be a little combative because it had kind of got stale because we was all agreeing,
Mhm.
and I ran a few people off because I mean, I'm gonna be like I said this on the show. I said, look, I'm trying to make some people watch it and be like, what's going on? So
Yeah,
I would be a little combative with them and get kind of rowdy, but everybody couldn't handle that. And it was some people who
I
was on
don't
here and they
run.
left. And I was like, bro, I'm just making it a show. That's all I'm doing. But yeah.
See, I don't run. I could be as controversial as you want. I can mind my manners, or I could just go all out. Because I don't care what anybody got to say about me. Trust me.
Mhm.
I'm from that generation that I couldn't care less. There's nothing you can say that can fit me.
And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some times with me and you
Any
gonna get
question?
on here and
What changed for
disagree.
y'all? What changed when you turn 40? What changed when I turned 40? My ability to tolerate people has gotten less.
Damn. I'm almost 40, and I've been feeling that for the last about 5 or 6 years.
Because I'm
Like I've
47.
gotten
So,
more unfiltered as I've gotten older.
oh yeah, I've been unfiltered since the jump. It's just like saying it's part of being, a latchkey kid, and
Hmm.
85 when I was 7 years old at the time, and mom and dad had to work, so I was walking myself to school in the mornings and walking back home in the
Same here.
afternoon.
Same here.
I had a little key around a shoestring around my neck, pull it off, unlock the door, get in, lock it, don't let nobody until they get home around 5. So we pretty much raised ourselves. We knew how to cook, we knew how to iron our own clothes, wash dishes at the age of 7.
Hmm.
So, and the things back then, bullying has always been a thing, which is why I think we should have bullying because it builds character. It either builds you up as a person in some form because even if you don't want to rise to occasion, you got to be able to do something because it prepares you for the real world. It's like because when you turn 18, no one's gonna have no love for. They don't give a damn about how you feel when you get that first job. It's either you sink or swim. We learned that at the age of 7. So that's why I was like, I have no filter. I don't care. Fuck your feelings. All about facts. And like I said, I don't run. If you want to get triggered by something I say, that's a you problem. I'm gonna say what I
Well,
gotta
I had
say.
an older brother who got a special disability. He was 4 years older than me, and I used to have to. I was the one, like you say. I had the key. I made sure he got in the house. We got on and off the bus. If we rode the bus that day, if we walked, whatever it was, because we stayed so close to our school, we could either, it just depend on what time we came out the house. It was like shit, just get on the bus or shit, just
Mm.
go on and walk to school. But
You got one
yeah,
question
I'm
for
the same way.
about when you do your lives.
What nights y'all do this live? I hop on if y'all don't mind. Man, people always ask me that. Check, catch me after 5 o'clock. But I'm just gonna be honest with you. Sometimes it's random. If I just feel like it's something that I want to talk about, I'm just gonna jump on my computer and
But
just
that's
get
the
on.
thing, though. I
And
understand
turn on
like
the
the regular.
notifications, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying
Turn on
like
the notifications.
but if you not just a little critique, you want it's your thing. You do whatever you want. It's just like if you can make it like more of a set time, say like every Tuesday or every say Wednesday and Friday night, where because like I said, I'll jump on because like I just happen to be catching looking on my phone. It was coming up to my parking garage. And, oh shit, he's on. So that's why I keep up and jump right on. But yeah, if it's like more of a set time,
Mhm.
that's nothing thing for me. I'm like, okay, I know I need to be here, jump on. Let's cause some chaos for somebody. So
Oh yeah, that's a fact. I mean, I used to do that. All of these things, like man, we talked. The other people used to be on the show. They used to talk about that. I'm like, okay. And when I used to do it, I used to come on. I think it was about 7 o'clock. I used to do it 5 days a week, and then it just got to the point where it was just like, it's cool, but sometimes at 7 o'clock I may not have a topic. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
I
yeah.
used to get to where I'm like, I don't want to just come on here just fire it up and not really have nothing to say. So it got to be so hard for me to just, okay, let me just cut it on and let me just think of something real quick. I like to be more spontaneous where I'm just sitting down and maybe I'm watching TV or looking something on my phone. I'm like, oh, I'm finna talk about this and I'm just gonna get on here.
Yeah, like
All this
another
pressure.
topic was that another topic I would say is like that one DoorDash chick, the one that I don't know if you heard about it or not.
Yeah, his name Gen X.
Yeah, that's me. Andre, but yeah, I go by Gen X. But yeah, this DoorDash chick where she took a video of this dude that was knocked the fuck out on his couch half naked and she posted it online.
I saw that.
So I'm like, that would be that's then a lot of people are it's a mixed bag as far as now she's saying I'm a victim and get a lot of women siding with her, saying that she's SA'd. I'm like, that's nowhere near close to being
No,
SA.
she.
I'm like, what? Because I thought they're like assault by definition means you have to be physically touched
hmm
inappropriately. I'm like,
hmm
yeah, yeah, Gen X. And I talk about stuff that pisses people off, so prepare yourself because I have no alliance to any side. Well, mostly conservative I am, but I bash black, white, Asian, other. I don't care. So
Same here.
if you're wrong, you're
I'm the
wrong.
same way. I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
Because at the
But
end of the day, it's my opinion. But I know you got to go. My bad.
no, you good, you good. Yeah, I'm about to get off here because I gotta eat something, bro. I done got hungry as hell.
Yeah,
But
I'm
yeah, like I
2 hours
say, out the
behind you.
pit, just turn them notifications on, and it should just pop up. But I try to come on if I do in the evenings. If y'all do see me come out, I try to do it in the evenings. It's one of the latest I done did in a while, but usually around 5 o'clock. This little window, I'm gonna say about 5 to 7, 8ish. That's when you'll typically see me on if I'm on live. But yeah, I tried to do the set time, but sometimes it would be days I'm like oh, it's time for me to get on, but I don't know what I wanted to say, and I just didn't want to. I didn't want to be disingenuous when I came on here. I wanted to be kind of authentic when I'm talking about stuff.
Yeah, of
But
course.
yeah. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming through, Gen X, and everybody else who came through in the chat. And
Come
yeah,
on,
I appreciate it.
give me some targets. Got to chat.
That's a bit. Well, yeah, man. y'all catch me on. I'm gonna definitely try to come on tomorrow. It should be around the same time because I think I'm out for a day or two. It just depends on if I have to go do something. But y'all come check me out, turn the notifications on, and we'll be here.
All right, I'll check you next time, then.
All right, appreciate it, Gen X.
He's
Peace.
out.